How much money do you want to make per year?
Each business at least $1 million.
No, how much money do you want to make per year?
I'm talking about $1 million after paying everything.
Okay, what's the plan to do that?
That is the plan. The plan is
No, that's not a plan. That's a goal.
okay. That's a
I said,
goal.
what's the plan to do that?
The plan. Well, okay. So I would say the plan is I'm working on.
You haven't really thought about it.
Funding.
You haven't thought about it. Give me just be honest with me. I have not. The $1 million sounds cool because I want to make $1 million, but I have not sat down and put together a plan to make this $1 million.
I agree.
Wonderful. Now let's put a plan together.
Okay.
How are we going to make this $1 million? 2024.
I'm your professor, I will test you in the worst way. Don't bring a scantron, it's pop quizzes all day. Cause of our chemistry, we do biology.
What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail, more importantly, you see the clip. Get this book on Amazon. Dope book. We got to talk about it in this sense because no disrespect to the brother, but I've seen this for years where people just say, "Hey, I want to make blah 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 blah." Or or y'all see it in the dating. I want a man to make six figures, and it's really when he says the difference between a goal and a plan. Having that conversation is difficult for some people because it's like, yo, I know you're just talking. You know how I know you're just talking? Because it's a difference between I don't want to tell what I'm doing because I don't want nobody to steal my idea than a person just saying I'm gonna quote unquote manifest it. And what that means is I'm gonna go around people, say these big plans, and hopefully they give me all the advice and tutelage and the tools I need to make it happen because I'm just talking right now. And that becomes an issue. And I don't know what it sometimes you can think, life, people are, fake it till you make it. And social media maybe have made fake it till you make it worse. And you've seen so many quote unquote success stories with people that you're like, uh, how did they get successful? Like, I don't get it. Like, it doesn't even make sense. And what happens is now everybody thinks that they could just, jump, skip, and fall in some type of success and just, hey, I'm gonna ride it out because all these other people, just happen to walk in a store one day and sing a tune and then they were just a mega star. Somebody just they made a video on a phone and it was like, I'm viral. Oh, and I've been making $1 million ever since. And it's like, listen, there are some stories in life of people who just by mistake basically wound up having a great opportunity. That's true. But don't think that story is the norm. What you're gonna get mostly is a bunch of people who um, work their behinds off, and they were working when you wasn't paying attention and growing and building in whatever way they were growing and building. And then all of a sudden you saw them and they seem so polished and ready. And there's not, this overnight success thing is really a lie. And it's always been a lie. Just because you just saw somebody, if you see somebody and they look polished, that's because they've been working at being polished. If you see somebody and they're great, that's because they've been working at being great. It's just now they're in front of you or the world, and now the world sees it. But they've been doing it when nobody was looking. They went through the ups and downs of having an off night, okay? And this works, but this doesn't. They've put in the work per se. But we're talking in a sense of, this aspirational, I got a goal to be rich and how you gonna do it? Yeah. And it's the eyes. You see it in the eyes when people just they blank out and just I just gonna make it happen. I like making sounds and faces because it's silly, but because that's what people do. And you don't get it. Like, what are these people doing uh, to make these dreams become a reality or make these goals? What is the plan for these goals? People tell you write your dreams down, right? Write what you want down, but you got to actively pursue it though. Just because you wrote it down and you look at it and you got a vision board, that doesn't mean you're pursuing it. It's supposed to be a sense of you being accountable to yourself, because you got to come see it every night. Like, yo, did I make another step forward to doing this or becoming this, or did I just procrastinate my day and say I'm gonna do it tomorrow? And the dope thing about the other brother in his video is like, let's make a plan, because I know you don't have a plan. He didn't throw him under the bus. He was like, yo, I've seen this before. I've heard this before. You know, I don't believe it. I saw something on Instagram with Fresh from Fresh and Fit, and he showed the old video about him, and like he was trying to get a job or work with Grant Cardone, and they got rid of him because he wasn't really making money, and they feel like he was just slick talking, and now all of a sudden he's doing well. It worked out for him. It did. But I don't think they would have saw that coming, and I don't even think he saw that coming. So, in some ways, but don't get it twisted. I know for a fact that he would do a lot of behind the scenes work that made y'all like Fresh and Fit. Y'all might not like how he talked or his demeanor and all that other stuff, but the work he put in is legit. Don't ever get that twisted. It's legit. But the difference about a lot of people is, you bright-eyed and bushy-tailed about your goals, but you just draw a blank when it's time to come up with a plan. And the most successful people you have, a lot of them are very much so ingenious at plans. Some of these things don't even look like they come together and make sense. You're like, how did that work? People market themselves properly. People do, some people catch a wave and then they build on it. I get that. But you got to put yourself in the game. You get what I'm saying? And to put yourself in the game is not just having a goal of, hey, I'm going to do this and then all the money in the world going to come, because that's not how it works. That's not how it works. Don't ever think that, you got to grow and build. There's levels to this, like the man said. So I'm going to leave it at that. You tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace. You ever been at the top of the universe? I'm going to tell you that.